Okay, we are live. So, great news! I got the audio to work. I just have no clue how to fade in the black background while the sound is playing. So that still needs to be improved. But hey, we had the intro song.
Yay!
Yay! And no one was dancing.
I was listening to see if I could hear the music, but I didn't.
I was fixated, but what Brains was doing, I was just like,
yeah, no, I was listening to the thing.
But we're live.
Yeah.
hello.
Hello.
How is everybody?
Good.
Living the dream.
Doing good.
Good.
Oh man, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Beautiful.
Getting
Beautiful.
thumbs up from Shin.
Excellent. Let's dive into it, I suppose. I don't believe we have any things that we need to talk about, express, stuff like that. No, right?
No.
Nope.
What happened last?
Where did we leave off? I believe Cal, Ellie, and Vince were all kind of in the tavern. And Gemini, you were at the Purple Caravan late talking with Rose, right?
Didn't we just leave the tavern to go look for Shin?
No, well, we're going shopping, apparently.
We're going shopping? We weren't going
Yeah.
to look for
look
Gemini?
for Shin now.
Oh, was it looking for Shin? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I thought we were going to look for Gemini first and then do the shopping.
Oh,
Because
maybe
we
that's what it
thought
was.
that Gemini would be at the whorehouse, but we never got there.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
I remember now.
Yes.
All right. So,
Yeah.
you guys leave the tavern, and where do you head to?
The whorehouse.
The whorehouse.
I never thought I would answer that quickly.
You guys walk towards the whorehouse, and Gretchen kind of looks as you start to get closer. She kind of looks at the building. Says your usual residence, Vince.
Yep.
Nice. Who knocks?
I'm the one who knocks.
All right.
Breaking Bad references.
All right. So the door opens, and the doorman looks at you and says, you're up early.
Long night.
Anybody's up yet, but I can wake somebody up if you want. Do you have preference?
No, I'm not here for that today. Have you seen Gemini?
Gemini? No, sadly not. Could use the money.
He has plenty of that.
Yeah, send him by if you find him.
Yeah, sure. Definitely haven't seen him anywhere, even in passing.
No, I don't think so. Let me check. He checks for a moment and then comes back to the door. No, last person who saw him was last night in the. He was in the area of the Purple Caravan.
All right, we'll go there. Cheers.
All right, don't be a stranger. Close the door.
Well, Ellie, what do you think? Do you think he could be in the caravan? Actually, do we know that he stayed with Lady Tachan a few times?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think we do. No.
No.
Yeah, no, just be, yeah. Right, we'll go check the caravan.
All right,
Yeah.
You head over towards the caravan, and it's pretty quiet there still. You see a few people walking about, kind of making things ready for more visitors to start to arrive. There's a couple of kids from the village kind of walking about, looking around and asking questions to people that work here. It's relatively quiet, but you do see a couple of faces, especially you, of course, Cal, that you know that work and live with the caravan.
Cal will pipe up, actually. I'll turn to Vince. Vince.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember that Gemini did have a fascination with Miss Rose.
Oh yeah.
So we could probably check there. I didn't see him with anybody else, so we could try Miss Rose.
Oh, I remember before Gretchen showed up, he said he was gonna talk with her last night. Maybe
Oh.
she knew where he went?
We could go check. Cal, do you know the way?
I do, yeah. Over this way.
All right, you lead them to Miss Rose's wagon, and it's quiet there. The door is closed.
Cal will go up and sort of knock the door gently. You hear a Miss Rose, are you about?
She looks at you, Gemini says, sounds like Cal. She stands up and moves past you, Gemini, and kind of opens the door at a
I'm gonna
small.
stealth into a corner somewhere.
Throw your stealth. You will have advantage on it, and Cal, roll your perception. You'll have disadvantage on it.
Okay.
Right.
Right. Let's say 17 for Cal.
23.
All right. You see Lady Rose kind of opening the wagon on as well. Says, Cal?
Hey, Miss Rose. I've got a couple of Gemini's friends here. We'll be looking for them, so they thought maybe you'd be around here. Have you seen him?
No. She steps out of the wagon and kind of closes the door behind her. Says, I don't believe we've been introduced. I know you, Ellie. Who
Hi,
were the
Miss
two of
Rose.
you? Hi. You notice, by the way, no, both roll your perception, I would think. Al can roll as well.
That's fucking crap.
Okay.
9.
It's probably something like 7 or 6 or something, because I rolled a 3.
Nice.
But my
15.
D&D won't load.
All right.
Yeah, I'm having problems with that too. I'm just sort of guessing.
Yeah.
You,
oh, wait, there we go. Perception, you said?
Yeah.
8.
All right. Vince, Ellie, you are just standing there and don't notice anything. Cal, you kind of look at her and you're thinking, like, there's something different about her. And it takes you a moment to think, like, what is it? Oh, her hair had a lot of gray in it. It now looks as blonde as Lily's does.
Oh, Miss Rose, I like the hair. New change.
She smiles and says, thank you, yeah. One of the people here brought me some dye, and I like it.
Oh,
Appreciate
very
it.
nice.
Did Gemini come by last night?
Last night.
Well, he said he was gonna go talk to you.
Yes. I haven't seen him after I spoke to you, or with you.
He's not here?
No. She kind of extends her hand to you, Vince. Nice to meet you.
And you? And I'll take it and shake her hand. Like, I'm Vince.
Pleasure. She kind of looks at Gretchen. And who's this?
It's
Pleasure. She extends her hand as well. As she kind of, Rose kind of looks at her. Yes, sure it is. No, I'm sorry, Gemini isn't here. Perhaps I can take a message, or...
Tell him we're going shopping.
And that we're looking for
Welcome.
him? If you see him?
All right.
Ellie looks kind of worried.
If I see him, I'll be sure to tell him.
Oh, and tell him that I'm not actually going to kill him because he seems like quite a nice guy for someone who can run so fast.
He's not.
I already mentioned it, but I'll be sure to repeat it.
I knew you would have anyway, Miss Rose.
All right. Well, I hope you guys have a pleasant day, and hopefully see you later in the day for some festivities here. We have a lovely stage show coming this afternoon and tonight. She kind of talks, of course, to you, Vince and Ellie. Well, I hope you find them. Good luck.
Thank you.
See you
You're
later,
welcome.
Miss Rose.
Dragon. What do you guys do?
Right, so where to?
Do you think he's okay?
I-
Ellie will mostly look at Vince at this point because Cal doesn't really know
Mm-mm.
Gemini.
I'm sure he's fine. He's more than capable of looking after himself. Say again?
She's lying.
Who's lying?
The fat woman. Lady Rose is anything but fat, but she kind of gestures towards the wagon and says, "The fat woman."
I'm sorry, what did you say about Miss Rose?
The fat woman?
She's my old proprietor. I wouldn't say too many bad things about a woman that probably could kill you in your sleep.
The lovely woman that refused to shake my hand is lying to your face.
Much better.
But how do you know?
I can read people quite well.
Can you? Ellie looks at her like with squint eyes.
Well, I can at least tell when they're lying.
Why would she be lying?
Good question.
Yeah, maybe Gemini's asked her to.
Why would he ask her to do that?
He's a strange man.
All men are strange.
Thanks.
I bet you if you
No,
open that door right
it wasn't
now,
a compliment.
you'd see him.
But that would be rude.
Yeah. I
Well,
suppose we shouldn't.
Vince will turn to Cal and be like, you know this woman?
Briefly, yeah.
So, I don't know. You're nippier than us. Do you want to peek through the door, see if you can see him?
Mostly when Miss Rose tells you to go, it's usually a good idea to go. If we want to meet up with Jim and I, and he is in there, if he's in there, we'll eventually see him anyway.
Does the door have a keyhole?
Yes.
Vince goes up and looks at the keyhole.
All right. You walk up, and as
Get
you
poked in the eye.
you take your first step onto the kind of like the little stairs. There's like 3 steps going up towards the door, and you take the first step and roll a dexterity saving throw.
Dear. That's all right.
Vince.
Dex is quite good. That's not so good. That's 15.
Bye, Vince.
15. You you put your foot on the cart, and you take like 2 steps, and you're at the keyhole, and suddenly you feel like and you are knocked back, and there's a shock that went through you, and you land on your back in kind of muddy stuff, and you take
5d10s.
You take 8 points of lightning damage.
Lightning. Ooh.
Well, that's what she had set up. Well, that was interesting, I suppose.
Fucking ow. Pick himself back up.
Inside the caravan, mainly, you see Gemini. You see Lady Rose kind of return. Says, "Well, they're looking for you, but I told them you weren't here.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
No problem." And they seem they didn't believe me.
Well, that's their fault. I wonder which one it was.
I should go and check. She walks to the door and
back.
you see her kind of opening it, and you Vince just start to get up like, ah. And she kind of stands there and now crosses her arms. Care to explain yourself?
That would take a while. I'm a complicated person. Stands back up.
You stand back up. Gretchen kind of helps you get up. And she kind of looks at Lady Rose and says, "Do you care to explain yourself? What kind of death trap are you traveling in? A death trap that doesn't appreciate peeping Toms."
In fairness, just looking for Gemini. Yeah.
I told you he's not here.
And we didn't believe you.
Why in God's name wouldn't you?
Because she said so, and she's good about these things.
Well, either he's here or he's not. If he is, he clearly doesn't want to talk to you at this point. So, what were you hoping to gain with spying into my wagon?
Clarification. Because then we would see whether he's there or not. And then we would know whether you were lying or not. And then we could take it from there.
I suggest you leave. Now. And you see, the three of you, four of you, hear people starting to gather. Cal, why don't you show these people out?
Are we not standing outside?
Hmm?
Are we not standing outside?
You are standing outside, but you're
Yeah.
in the area of the purple caravan.
So, sorry. There.
All right, Miss Rose. No need to cause a scene. I sort of like he'll walk in front of Ellie and Vince and sort of gesture to move on. Maybe we should go.
Fine.
1 second. Miss Rose, Ellie will step a close, sidestep Cal.
Cal will sort of still keep a border between you and her.
Yeah, but she's like making sure
you'll
she
still
can
be able to
see
see her
that. If you do see him, tell him I'm worried.
I will.
Okay.
She heads back into the wagon.
Well, shall we?
Yeah.
Vince is going to do a mental check. Is that wagon made out of wood?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Cool. It's fine. Just keep that back. Burns really well. He's got a lot of fire now.
Yeah.
Right. So where are we going to shop then?
Well, I need to go and pick up
a dead body.
Not play nice, Gretchen. For now.
She kind of looks at you. Your hair is singed.
Vince doesn't have any hair. He's smooth like a swimmer. No, I'm joking. He shaves it every morning. No. probably all singed off would probably be more, I don't know, role or RP friendly. You should always burnt it off. Yeah, Vince will say, well, I have to go get a robe. I've got to pick that up. That's very boring. I'm just going to grab it. If you want, I'll catch up with you later on.
Do you not want me to tag along? No.
Yeah, we can come.
No, I mean, I'm literally just going in, grabbing it, coming out. It's going to be boring as shit. If you have more interesting things to do, I know Ellie needs to go to a few shops.
Ellie, you need to go somewhere else, maybe?
I guess I did need some new clothes, but I don't know where.
Well, I'm sure I can show you. What are you looking
Alright.
for?
Something a bit better than this, but like good.
What are
My
we
size.
talking? Magical, leather, clothing?
Clothing?
Clothing. Oh, I know exactly where to go. Where do I go?
You would think that they have some gnomish clothing here.
Who would I go towards? Would be the best subject.
The best subject and the person that is kind of like the person that sells pretty much everything is the selling guy in the tavern is in the caravan is Newini.
Newini.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like you are pretty in with him anyway, Newini.
Yeah.
Lovely man.
Special man.
Yeah.
Is he a man or is he a gnome? Is it the same thing?
Yeah.
I think he might take that offensively.
I don't think me and him are friends, so.
All right, well, looks like we're going to 2 different places. Or are we?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, Vince had a local tailor guy make his robe, right?
I'll stay with Vince.
No, you go with him. It would be a chance for you two to get to know each other.
All right. And I'll go with you guys.
Yeah, we could maybe get some outfits for you too if you want.
You don't like what I'm wearing?
No, that's fine. We've many a streakers at night, so.
And so we'll be like miming to Cal, be like, get her some slutty underwear, slutty.
Is he actually saying this into his ear?
No.
Because I can get some if you need.
You know what? Then yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I know just the place.
Yeah, just trying to make the best out of a bad situation,
Mm-hmm.
You guys head off, kind of splitting up into 2. About half a minute or so. Gretchen says, "Oh, I forgot something. I need to get back to the tavern. I'm gonna pick it up there. I'll be right back."
Oh, but Gretchen, the Vince put me on a specific task just for you, and he'll sort of lean in and whisper in her ear. He wanted me to get you some nice underwear. Maybe it would be best if you come along. I'm not a terribly good person when it comes to picking those types of clothes. So.
Oh, I got plenty of those, but I'm sure Ellie can think of something she would want to see me in.
Right.
She turns around and walks off.
Ellie is confused.
So is Ted.
Gemini. Lady Rose kind of returns to into into her wagon. What's with me with tavern? I'm calling everything. You're sitting on a tavern and you're drinking tavern. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tavern comes into the tavern.
Yeah.
you know,
And the tavern gives you a quest.
yeah.
The tavern walked into the bar.
And said, ow.
I don't figure this will fit. Yeah. So Lady Rose returns to you, and she has a slight frown on her face, and she kind of looks at you and says, "Is everything all right between you guys?"
Oh, sort of. I thought it was, but that was quite interesting. I mean, I heard, but I didn't see. What happened there?
Well, this girlfriend of your friend Vince, she's quite a mouth on her, and
Yes.
Vince tried to sneak up to my door uninvited, and
It was Vince. Okay.
I have some defenses against that.
Target Gemini like this.
But they seem to believe that I was lying. Ellie wanted me to let you know that she's worried about you.
Yes. Well, that's nice. What? It's a little bit to process at the moment. What? Why did they believe you were lying?
It seems that, they didn't believe me because she said so, and she referring to this woman,
yes,
friend of
Reggie.
your, yeah.
Yes. I don't. There's something about her. She said she was Vince's old friend, but a look at Vince told me he was quite uncomfortable. I don't believe he and that woman are friends. I feel like she's more some kind of enforcer. I can't quite put my finger on it. Someone from his past.
Well, to be honest, I don't really care. He seems like a very rude young man.
Oh, yes, quite. But did you pick up anything off of that woman? Anything off?
Looked a lot like me. Too much.
I don't think she looks anything like you, Miss Rose. You're beautiful, and there's a kindness to your eyes, and you don't make me vomit internally.
Flatterer. But I don't know. There is something about her. I don't quite trust her.
Well, that makes two of us. That's why, well, one of the reasons I didn't want to go out there. I don't trust that woman. But also, I wanted to have some time to myself before I spoke to them. There's nothing wrong between us that I'm aware of, so I'm not certain why Allie would be so worried or why Vince would want to look into your caravan. That just leads me to believe that that woman has some kind of influence, to be honest.
Well, to be honest, men like that are usually easily influenced.
Oh, don't I know it? There was this one guy, oh my God, Miss Rose, you have no idea. So easily to manipulate. I'm straight. No, he wasn't. He didn't know yet, but I knew. And he found out that night.
Good job. Is she going to cause any trouble here? I mean, in the caravan?
Vince,
but through Vince, this woman.
Oh God, I don't know. I've known the woman less than 24 hours. I mean, I would, for the sake of you, I would hope not. For the sake of seeing her maybe get what's coming to her, I kind of hope so.
Because, let me be clear, your friends, all of them are
Yes.
considered at this time guests of the people here.
Of course.
But as with every guest, it is expected that they behave.
Decorum, yes.
Exactly. And if they do start trouble, we would be ready to meet it.
I would hope so. And let me be clear that if that woman were to start any trouble, I would be right there next to you.
You are a kind soul, Gemini.
Oh, I don't know about that. I just like you and very much have a distaste for her.
Good to know.
But I will speak to Vince and Ellie. Although I don't think Ellie would do anything, but I'll speak to them both, and I'll even talk to her momentarily, as briefly as humanly possible, to try and get the point across.
Excellent. She grabs her cup of tea and finishes it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I hate to drink and run, but there are things I have to attend to.
Oh, you and I both. Not a problem at all, Miss Rose. Thank you so much for having me.
She kind of opens her arms to you.
Give her a hug.
She hugs you and says, be safe.
You too. And if you need anything, just let me know. I'll come ready.
And think about the offer.
Oh, I very much am.
Good. She opens the door and lets you out.
Yep.
And she exits as well and walks towards another wagon.
I'll go towards the Big Toe Tavern.
Okay, excellent. Cal and Ellie, you guys will where do you go to?
I think we'll have a conversation on the way to where we're going.
Yeah.
You let Gretchen leave?
We'll let her leave for now. I'm gonna talk to Ellie. Ellie, I don't know if you know this, but she's a very suspicious woman.
I guess.
And I don't really like her now.
I'm mostly confused where she came from.
I just have one question before she gets out of earshot. Do you want to follow her? Because she's very suspicious.
I hadn't considered that. Sure.
Hunter's mark.
You Hunter's marker?
Mm.
All right.
I do suggest we do this silently.
Yeah, of course.
You any good at stealthing?
I had some success.
Well, give it a go, I suppose. As if you don't want to continue on to the clothing store.
But I do need something, but this is more interesting.
It's up to you.
I mean, we can always shop later.
Right. To it then, I suppose.
Yes.
We're going to follow her.
All right.
Yeah.
Very well. You guys follow her stealthily?
Yes, we're going to give it a go anyway.
Okay. Roll your stealth. Both of you.
15.
Nice.
It's probably like a 23.
Okay. So you guys start to follow her, and you see her kind of walk away from you and walk past a tent. And you see her all of a sudden. She makes a couple of gestures and she disappears.
Right.
And you realize, Cal, that she doesn't really disappear, but she disappears from sight.
Mm-hmm. Do you want me to roll for trying to track her?
Does Hunter's Mark not?
No, you have Hunter's Mark on her, so you pretty much know where she is.
Yeah.
It isn't like a pinpoint accuracy, but you definitely have a pretty clear idea of where she is. So you would be able to tell which direction she's going by assumption how far away she is. So it's not like accurate by the foot or whatever, but it's definitely within like a 20, 30 foot area. You know where she is.
Right. I'll lean into Ellie and go, Ellie.
Yeah? Where's she
She done, she's not gone completely.
Oh.
She done the same thing that Jim and I done before. I'm guessing it's magic concealment. I can tell where she is without seeing her.
Okay.
You can tell by the way, Cal, that she is moving fast.
And she's moving pretty quick. I don't know if she spotted me or not, but...
We can try to follow... Just let me... Ellie will concentrate. And she's gonna cast Alter Self and change appearance. And make herself look like a halfling girl.
Okay.
With like longer hair and everything and completely not like Ellie. And then say, let's go.
All right. Try to keep up.
All right. You guys hurry after her, and you see her kind of heading towards the big tent. And Vince, you, as soon as you kind of left them, you made a beeline for the big tent. And you came in, and you see as you kind of enter, the tent actually isn't like when you guys approached, there was somebody in front of it and it was kind of open. Now that you see a crack in the tent where the two flaps just don't really touch, do you go inside?
Yep.
Okay, so you push yourself through, and you hear in the distance, and it's kind of a strange sensation still as you're in this tent, because it's a big tent, but it's way bigger on the inside. So you hear people in the distance kind of talking and stuff, but you do see Claudia's and Newini, their tents to your left side.
Yep. Fucking sprint for Claudia's.
Okay, so you just run towards Claudia's. Her tent is also pretty much closed, but there's the left flap is slightly open, and you hear, as you kind of approach and you kind of stop, not to just like barge into this tent and give her a heart attack. You hear a little bit of what sounds like humming of sorts. You know? What do you do?
Yeah, well, let's like pull the thing back. Go, Claudia here.
And she looks up startled.
Yep, he's gonna go in and be like, right, quick, don't have a lot of time. I need a spell that can mask what we say and where we are. Quickly.
What?
I don't have a lot of time to explain. Please tell me you have something that can mask us.
No.
Fuck. Right. Okay. He will cast Leodarmer's tiny hut as a ritual. Takes 10 minutes.
Okay.
And he will be as quick as he fucking can.
You start to maneuver, and you work on your spell. As she comes to look. What are you doing? I don't really understand.
I'll explain in 2 seconds. Just I need to finish this.
You can't.
Oh, I can't. Oh, I can't.
You can't. Once you're in a ritual, you need to be focused, and you can't be like, "Oh, by the way, how is the weather?"
How's the kids? Yeah. No, fair enough.
No, you have to be completely focused on the thing. But knowing this, I would assume that you say like, "Okay, I'm casting a ritual now." So, you are working on your ritualistic. Can you actually cast it ritualistically?
Yeah.
Wow.
There you
go.
DM's probably like, oh fuck, I didn't know you could do that. Damn.
Oh no, it's great. It's an amazing spell.
How quick is it if it's not a ritual?
Instant, but I don't have it readied, so I can't do it as a spell if I wanted to.
Okay. You, Cal and Ellie, you see that you approach the tent, this big tent, and you see in the distance, as you're kind of getting close to it, you're kind of in a mental combat with yourself, because you have to clearly, especially you, Cal, of course, because you know how fast she's moving. You want to run to keep up, but you don't want to run because running and stealth aren't really the best of friends.
Yeah.
So, but knowing her, knowing where she is, definitely helps you kind of keeping things between the line of sight if she would look back. That plus the fact that she is apparently, you would think, moving at full speed. So you probably won't be really like, am I being followed? What's going on? So you guys get close to the tent and you see the flaps that are just slightly open. You see them actually push open and they kind of flap.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
We're on the right track anyway.
You sound excited.
Oh, I love a good hunt. Cal is probably, as you say, he's going to take his time to keep stealth because he still knows he can track her anywhere she goes.
All right. And you, Ellie?
Ellie probably isn't as worried about stealthing, considering that she changed her appearance.
Okay.
And she probably also changed her voice, so she shouldn't be easily recognized. But she will try to keep pace with Cal, because she actually now she knows, but she didn't actually know where they were going.
All right. Excellent. So you guys enter the tent as well, and you get the same idea. There's people towards the entertainment area. You hear people talking and stuff, and you see the two tents on the left side, and yeah, that's what you see. And you can tell that Gretchen is very close to the tent where Claudia is.
Yeah. Ellie, where did he say he was? Oh, wait, I was there. He's going to Claudia's. Ah, I've an idea. We don't need the stealth anymore. You need to go to Nowini anyway, don't you? And they're pretty close.
Yeah.
So I've got an idea.
Okay.
Nobody knows who you are right now, so I can introduce you to Nowini.
True. Why?
And then when we spot Vince, we'd be like, oh, we were going to the same spot. Right, just follow my lead. Come on.
Okay.
So we're heading over the same direction.
All right, excellent. You head towards the same direction, and you arrive at the tent, and there's pretty much the entrance of Nowini's tent, and about 40 or so feet away from there, to more to the right, is kind of in the same line, because they're kind of next to each other, the two tents, is Claudia's entrance. And you'll probably hear
Is Vince outside or inside?
Inside.
He's inside, so we don't see him. Yeah.
But you do hear him talk. You hear him when you kind of hear, and he sounds like he's talking in a language you don't really get. Words you don't understand.
Right. Ellie, what's your name?
Eloise?
Elise.
Eloise.
Eloise? Right.
Is that bad?
So, Eloise, I'm assuming you don't want to go and get a cloak, which is not magically enchanted. So maybe we should try over at Claudia's, or just this way,
All right.
and we'll walk into Claudia's.
You walk into Claudia's. All right. Gretchen is clearly either in the tent or just outside of it.
Mm-hmm. We're going to act like she's not there.
Okay. So you kind of walk in, and you see Claudia is kind of standing there, and she has this stack of papers in her hands, and she's just standing there kind of observing Vince, who's just walking about and making symbols with his hands and talking magical words, and you see this magical energy around him, and he seems to be gathering more and more towards him. And she kind of looks up and says, Cal.
Hey, Claudia, I've got a new customer for you here. I think she's called Eloise. She's looking for some magical clothing.
But do you know what's going on with Vince?
At the moment, no, not really. He'll walk up to Vince and I'll sort of tap him on the shoulder twice, sort of look at him directly while he's still concentrating, and wink at him. And I sort of go, yeah, we sort of I got lost. Ellie disappeared, and I was looking for Gretchen. I thought she would have been with Vince.
Vince is concentrating on the spell, but just in his head somewhere, he's just fucking snapped. He's like, "Fuck!" But
yes. Anyway, Eloise, is there anything you're looking for magically wise?
Yeah. Hi. A magic cloak.
Magic cloak.
Yes.
You would know more about this, Claudia.
I'm sorry, I don't really sell magic cloaks. You best try next door. But we're not really open yet. Cal, you know this, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I got overexcited. You know, she's quite the looker.
Oh. It's very nice to meet you. She kind of walks towards you and extends her hand.
Ellie takes it kind of awkwardly. She's quite uncomfortable right now because she doesn't quite understand what's going on, and she hopes that reads as just her being an awkward halfling and not blowing her cover.
She shakes her hand and says, "You should definitely drop by next door. I'm sure Winnie has some nice things."
Okay, next door.
Yeah, next door. Winnie,
Okay.
you'll love him. He's a nice fellow, so he is.
Okay.
Very nice.
I'll go and show you him now. So he'll turn to Claudia and go, "Thanks again, Claudia.
Good luck. Bye."
Bye.
As you two kind of leave, you Vince are, even though you're busy with the ritual and you can't really do anything else besides working on the ritual, you're still very much aware of your surrounding. It's not like you're just like tunnel vision. I can only be busy with my ritual. So you see Claudia kind of standing there and kind of putting down the stack of papers, and she's looking at you and trying to get a read about what you're doing, but you're just practicing of continuing the moves that you've practiced for a long time. And you see her kind of just sitting down on the box or the crate that you moved, and she kind of sits down on it and kind of continues to observe you. Okay. 10 minutes is a long time. So you guys will head over to Newini. Gemini, what do? You went over to the Big Toe Tavern, right?
Yeah.
All right, no worries. You easily get there.
See if I can find Cade.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
his sister.
Yeah,
right.
he's there.
Go grab him real quick. Cade.
Hey.
How you doing? How's everything going?
All right. How are you yourself?
Oh, well,
I hear that you're making friends at the Purple Tavern. What tavern? Caravan.
Yes, the Purple Caravan. Yes.
Yeah, Caravan. That's it. Yeah.
Yes, and so that's what I wanted to speak to you about. Can I have 5 minutes of your time?
He kind of looks around and it's like dead in the tavern. It's not. There's nobody here.
I realize
it's
it's busy.
He's like, yeah, well, I might have to actually charge you for a drink or something because, well.
You know what? That sounds good. I'll give him like a silver.
He pours 2 drinks and kind of, well, go sit over there. He points at a table far away from the bar, and you guys take a seat.
Yep. So,
cheers.
Yep, down the whole fucking thing. So, I've been thinking recently about maybe joining the caravan.
Ah, cool.
Lady Rose invited me, and it feels better. So, I just wanted, you seem to have more knowledge of them than I do. So, are they good people?
What is your definition of good?
They don't hurt those who are already marginalized, steal from the poor. They don't sell out their own kind.
Oh, yeah, if that's your definition of good, they're perfect saints.
Oh, then. I think that...
I mean, they don't go around stealing babies and eating them and stuff. They definitely have their own set of laws. And, well, to be honest, Lady Rose is a nice person as long as you're on her good side.
Yes.
But you don't really want to get on her bad side. And she's kind of the big cheese around there,
Yes, I've
it's a pyramid.
I'm perfectly okay with that. So, what do you think? Should I join?
Don't you have this thing going on with the other guys?
That's a complex matter.
Ooh. Do I taste some drama here?
It's just there's new people. I didn't trust one of them at first, and I'm not certain I do. Maybe I will with time. He seems straightforward, but the other one, I don't trust her. If I'm being honest, I'm not certain I trust the ones I do trust.
Yeah. I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but you seem like a person with a past, and I can understand that trust issues is a big deal for you.
Well, don't we all have a past?
I don't. If anybody tells you differently, they're lying.
I like you, Cade. I'm glad we became friends.
We're friends now.
Oh. Well, I'm glad we became not mortal enemies. So,
I guess that worked out. Yeah.
Yes. Well then, I think I'll discuss it with them. But as long as I know the caravan, doesn't sell out their own and steal from the poor, things of that nature.
No, they. From what I gather, I mean, I've never been part of it, so I don't know the inner workings. But from the stories I hear, they pretty much steal from rich people and collective items and stuff. And, well, I don't know a lot of poor people that have, like, powerful magical stuff. So
yes, that was my thought as well. Yeah, so I concur, and that is exactly my look. So, yes. Do you know where my friends have gone off
to? Well, they left before I got in, but I understood they were kind of looking for you.
Yes. Yes, they were. Well, if you see them, can you tell them that I will be checking up on my custom weaponry over at the caravan?
Gotcha. Yeah, definitely.
Yes. Thank you very much.
All right.
I'll drop another silver for him, give him a thumbs up, and head out towards my money.
All right. You head over towards Nawini?
Yes.
All right. There we go. So you head over there, and you guys already arrive in his tent, and you see him kind of walking about and kind of dusting off some things, and as you guys enter, he says, "Sorry, we're closed."
Hey, it's me, Winnie.
Oh, hey there.
I've got your new favorite customer here.
Kind of looks at you. Hey.
Hi.
Her name's Eloise. This is the Winnie.
Ah, Eloise, but of course. He walks towards you. Eloise, you are like a flower. He bows deeply and says, if only you were a gnome, I would truly be able to open my heart to you.
Do you want me to get the rose petals?
No, I think we're good.
Right.
Can Elliot insight on Nawini?
Mm-hmm.
Has he seen through her disguise?
Go ahead.
Because it's either that or he's just a shifty person. Maybe both. Insight. 15.
15. Yeah, he's clearly kind of teasing you about like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, have you come to renegotiate those lovely gauntlets?
No. I think I like them. But she's gonna lean in and like walk up and whisper to him.
He kind of seductively moves his ear towards you.
We're doing a thing.
Wait. Shh. Softly whisper.
We're doing a thing?
Uh-huh.
Don't you fucking blow my cover.
Sorry, what did you say? I didn't hear anything just after fucking.
She's gonna lean back. So I'm looking for a magical cloak.
A magical cloak? What kind of magical cloak are you looking for?
Something with a bit of protection?
Ah, well, you are not the first. These are relatively common.
Describe them for me.
Protection from what exactly?
Death.
Yes, death. Vision?
Vision. Aha, I'm glad I asked. I was assuming protection from being stabbed, but no, being seen is a different form of protection. He looks around, he says, wait, didn't I already show your friend something about that?
I don't know.
I think so.
I don't know
Didn't
if I
I
have
show?
friends here. She gives him a very meaning look, like you're blowing my cover, you idiot.
I'll find something. He walks back, kind of pulls out a box and pushes it on the thing and opens it. Oh, what do we have here? He kind of scoops it out, and there's this cloak, which you've seen before, in his hand. He's like, ooh.
Ah. That actually looks a little bit too expensive. How about some normal cloaks? Do you have any nice normal cloaks? Maybe a little bit shorter than what I look like gnome-sized cloaks. Buying it
Wait,
for
you
a
went
friend.
from a magical cloak that protects you from being seen to a normal size cloak just a little shorter than you are now?
But I
He
kind
lets
of
the.
realized that I lent most of my money to someone else.
Here we go. He lets the cloak glide back into the box, and he gonna. All right, there we go, and he kind of pushed it away. A regular size cloak. He plucks one out of the from a thing and says, "Here you go."
Is it a good cloak? Is it a shabby cloak? Is it a...
No, it looks like a fine cloak. It's not new, but you think that somebody has worn it before. But it's definitely good quality.
Yeah, that looks more affordable.
There we go.
How much would this be?
Dinner?
Bargain.
In silvers? Didn't know you could eat silver.
No. It's well, it depends if you'll have dinner with me or not.
And if I don't?
Don't you?
And if I don't?
You're not answering my question.
You're not answering mine.
Well, yours can't be answered until you answered mine.
What if mine can't be answered until you answer mine?
If you will not have dinner with me, I'm afraid I'm going to have to charge you 5 gold pieces for this cloak.
What if I say... She's like, are we gonna stick around for dinner? Are we gonna have dinner in this village? Are we going after Baron? She's very confused about this, because...
Bye, Cal.
I'd say it, yeah.
Huh? It's just you and me now.
Wait, did Cal go?
You're gonna look around.
Yeah, she looks around.
Cal is gone.
Wait, what the... Fuck.
So, you don't want to have dinner, but, well, we can skip dinner, I suppose.
No. I mean, you have awesome eyebrows, but that's your eyebrows.
Uh-huh. Well, you don't know what else I got awesome.
I don't need to know what else you got awesome.
All right, that's right.
I might be able to have dinner with you, but it kind of depends if we're still even here, because we got things we got to do, and the only reason we're still here is because people are fucking about instead of prioritizing things right.
Sound like they got their priorities pretty right to me.
No, they got them pretty wrong right now, but they tend to get into a lot of shit and trouble.
Right. Gemini enters the tent.
Hello.
Ellie she's gonna look over at Gemini.
Hi, I'll be right with you. I'm helping this halfling customer over here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So as I was saying, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that dinner because she looks at Gemini again and be like,
Do I recognize the voice?
No, she had altered
No, she
it.
changed it.
Okay.
She's like, wait, does he's not in on wait, Gemini is here. Wait, do I? And she's just gonna be like, I'll be right back. She's gonna walk out the tent.
Yeah.
And she leaves the cloak.
That cloak, thank you. Yes.
And she like walks out of the tent super confused and be like, what do I do now?
Can I help you? He kind of looks at you, Gemini.
Yes, I was just checking on the status of my 2 daggers, my throwing cards.
Yes. You already paid for those.
Yes, upfront.
Right. He grabs the knives and shows them to you. Here you go.
Look them over. How do they look?
Oh, they look nice.
Is there a place not near flesh that I can throw them at, like a piece of wood or something?
Oh yeah, there are plenty of closets and cupboards and stuff here. So yeah.
Okay. May I?
You may, but they won't return just yet.
And why is that?
Because you will need to spend some time with them.
Oh, these are those kind of magical items. Okay. Well, thank you very much. I will definitely sing your praises if they are amazing, or do the polar opposite if they are not. But I assume they'll be amazing.
I'm assuming as well.
Beautiful. And also, your eyebrows are looking particularly magnificent.
Thank you. Just a little heads up. The guy you were afraid of, Cal, he is somewhere around here. So, FYI.
Thank you very much. Are the others with him?
No.
Insight?
No, but actually, yes.
Really good roll, actually. Oh, wait, where's my insight? Oh, yeah, 21.
He is clearly lying.
Uh-huh. I see. And I'm just going to go,
He kind of holds it up to his own height.
Gemini will nod knowingly and kind of walk towards Cal. Where is Cal?
I don't know. He left the tent. I can't really know where he went.
Well, thank you very much.
You are very welcome.
Gemini will walk directly out of the tent. Cal!
All right. Vince, you have finished casting your ritualistic spell.
Yeah.
And a dome appears around you.
All right. How much does Vince know about... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Is it transparent?
No, cloudy, like stained glass.
Okay. You hear from the outside, you hear oh my.
So she's within it, isn't she?
Is she?
Yeah, like I would have been casting it around her and us.
Well, she's kind of moving about, so I don't know. She took her distance from you.
Oh, okay. Well, as soon as it pops in, I sort of hand out.
The way it works is you decide who can be in and who
Yeah.
So it just so all of us bar Gretchen and anyone else I don't know.
Gretchen can't. Oh, you mean man.
I'm a big meanie.
She gives you the best years of her life.
I know. Day. Actually, could I change how it looks to people? So for
no, it has one. It has one.
Oh, okay. I was going to say like for her it could be cloudy, and then for the rest of them they could see through it. But no, that's yeah, okay. So yeah, I call Claudian.
All right. She kind of looks a bit taken aback, and she steps in. Oh, oh my! What's all this? You, by the way, see this happening, Cal. You'll notice that this appears.
Yeah, I'll probably see it from like the parting of the tent from the outside. Yeah.
Yeah.
So as soon as she's in, be like, right, okay. Do you remember the other day I left in a bit of a hurry and was white?
Yes, very, very well. Are you feeling better? You look a bit better, but still not yourself.
That's a complicated question. So, to cut a long story short, I've got a succubus attached to me.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, she's gonna take.
Don't leave the thing. Don't leave the bubble. Okay, I've got this bubble up so that she can't hear what we're saying, and she also can't enter it. I need your help.
All right.
Okay, she gave me magic. In fact, one of these spells is actually from it. If I kill her, I am fairly sure that'll go away. Now, that wouldn't be a problem, but I think she has an employer of sorts who will be pissed and is probably substantially stronger, so I can't kill her yet. I need to know who her boss is.
Okay.
And that's where you can come in. If you can research what thing might have a succubus under its control that might make deals with magical people.
A second or first level demon, I would suppose.
Okay. And how would you kill one of those?
I suppose finding somebody that would be able to kill something like that.
Good answer.
A legendary hero? Something like that? Maybe you?
If I had spells, maybe. But I'm very concerned that I will lose this power if she dies. So I need time to build up spells. And find out a way to kill the thing. Now, my friends don't know, and I need them to. But I need them to without her knowing, so that they know everything that you know, so that we can try and trick her, for want of a better word.
Oh, I'm not really good with secrets. I get very nervous when it comes to secrets.
I know, but all I need you to do is be able to pass the message on to.
At this point, Ellie, you have left the tent.
Yeah, I just walked out in Nawini's
Where do you
tent.
go?
And then I was like, what the fuck do I do? And she would probably have tried to
Cal,
listen
sorry,
in.
Cal, are you hiding or are you
I suppose you could call it hiding.
Because if you are looking into the tent, which I'm assuming you are, it'll be hard for you to properly hide. It's a bit dark out here, so you can roll stealth with disadvantage, and Ellie will be able to just roll her perception to see if she sees you.
Okay, nice.
Yep, sure, yep.
Sorry for cutting you out, Brains, but I need
no, you're right.
Track of the
yeah, that's
fine.
15.
Yeah, 8. Why do I keep rolling 8 on perception?
Okay.
What is
Ellie,
this?
you're just outside of the tent and you're like, where is everybody?
She's a bit confused, and she probably then would have tried to listen back in on the conversation she would have had with Nawini. Because she's trying to figure out what's going on with Chin at the same time, and Gemini, going on with Gemini at the same time, because he's there, and what the fuck, and is he being sneaky?
All right, so you kind of
she would have been right outside Navini's tent, because he also doesn't have a clue where the other one's left, and she doesn't want to walk in on like the Claudia Vince thing going on, because she has no clue where Gretchen is, and all terribly complicated.
Another question as well. Did Cal hear Gemini?
Did you hear Gemini? I would think so. Yeah, he's loud.
So after seeing the
Unless
sort of...
wait, you said like you called out for Cal, right, Gemini? Yeah. So yeah, you definitely heard it.
All right. So seeing what was going on in the tent, and then hearing Gemini speaking up, I think Cal will probably sort of stealth away from the tent and then drop the stealth to find Gemini.
All right. So you find Ellie, who is kind of outside the tent, kind of peeking in, or at least listening into.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on?
Gemini walked in.
Oh, well, I told you you'd arrive eventually. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Do we tell him?
I would say so. Yeah.
Is the thing here?
No, she's still over there.
Can she hear us?
No, as long as we're being quiet. No, she won't hear us.
Then okay.
Plus, I don't think it matters anymore because Vince is up to something.
Okay. Bad?
I'm not sure. Not familiar with spells.
Okay.
Anyway, I heard Gemini calling.
Yeah, he just walked out a moment ago.
Well, actually, Gemini is now he finished his conversation and is heading towards the exit of the tent.
Right.
Or wait, you called Cal when you were outside the tent, right?
I called him the second I walked out of the dude's area.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so no, sorry. Then you actually already see him kind of outside. Sorry, I got the timelines kind of.
Yeah, he's literally like there staring at us while we're having a quiet conversation.
Yeah, now you see him kind of walk out, and you kind of, as you hear Cal, you see him kind of standing outside of the tent.
Well, there he is. Do you want to explain it?
Gemini?
Oh God, another one! Who are you?
It's Ellie.
Oh, okay. Fine, what's going on?
We're stalking Claudia.
What?
No, wait. We're stalking Gretchen.
Oh, why would you want to be near that?
Because she's chasing Vince, apparently.
Okay, and where's Vince?
In there, up to something. We don't know. Cat.
Right. So, we were supposed to go and do something with Gretchen and Ellie to get a few clothings, while Vince decided to go and pick up his cloak. But Gretchen had other ideas. Now, I'm sure, as you know, you're quite a suspicious person as well, aren't you?
Oh, I still don't trust you.
Yeah, I thought so. But the question is, I'm more suspicious of her.
Yeah, oh, yes, you and I are on that same page, yes.
She didn't say very kind words about Miss Rose, and that don't sit well with me either.
Yeah, me either.
So she decided to disappear, and she done the same trick that you did, which almost confirmed that I knew she was up to something real bad.
So at this point, we'll hear Vince call out.
Cal, Ellie, get your asses over here.
I think we should go. It's time.
Oh, wait. Several questions. If Vince went to get his cloak, he ordered that in town. Is that really him? Because why would he be here? Secondly, where is the sheepage?
She's in the tent with him. But he knew some sort of magic spell I'm not familiar with. Maybe we should go and find him and see what the situation is.
Fine, yes, let's...
Question though, how did Vince know Ellie was there?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, didn't know. We'd just been Cal then. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's seen Cal whenever he was doing the ritual. Cal came up to him.
Yeah.
So I know he wouldn't have known that Ellie was there. Apologies.
Where
He just
was
Cal.
DM? Where was Vince calling from?
From
in Claudia's tent.
Claudia's tent.
Okay. Fine. Yes. Yeah. So I'm guessing you would actually say Cal and Gemini because you would actually recognize us and not.
He didn't see anything, so I don't know. I don't think Vince knew that Gemini had arrived.
Got it. Okay.
It was just based on it because he was in the tent and Cal had came up to him while he was doing the ritual. That's his only reason that he thinks, oh, Cal's in the area.
Got it. Okay.
But I forgot Ellie was
Eloise.
Incognito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man, we'll have to keep track of you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, lead the way, Mr. Hunter.
Right this way. And he'll take him right over to the tent.
Gemini will skip.
Excellent.
Can Ellie just like behind him, like stalk and like sneak and be like picky?
Yeah.
Are you gonna roll for stuff?
It's probably gonna be whatever I rolled last time, because I seem to roll the same numbers.
8.
Oh no, actually it's 6.
There you go.
Ellie, I think it's a bit late for stealthing. I think she already knows you're here. Do you want to drop the act or keep the act up? It's possibly best you drop the act, actually, just in case Gretchen
okay.
catches on.
Yeah, okay. Ellie will drop it.
All right. You guys all enter Claudia's tent, and you see this dome inside the tent.
Would I recognize what that is?
Roll your history
Right.
or Arcana, whichever you prefer.
Sure. It's a little cocked, but I'll accept what's mostly showing. That's like a 9.
A 9. It's definitely a spell effect, but you are not really familiar with the type.
Vince, are you looking for us?
You wouldn't hear that.
Yeah, you hear what's going on outside.
Oh, can you? Oh, sorry. I thought it was a two-way block. All right, okay. Yeah, you'll poke his head out. And be like, yes, come in, quick. Walk in.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, I will state that if this is a charm effect, it won't work on me.
No.
Okay.
Right.
Cal, you first.
What were you looking for, Vince?
Oh, did you go in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were still standing outside.
No,
of it.
Cal walked straight in and just
Oh.
I was
Ellie will
walking in.
also come in. If Cal walks in, she'll walk in.
Gemini will be a little bit more skeptical, but he'll go in.
There you go.
Yeah. Yep. Whenever you're all in, he'll be like, right, good. Now he's here. The Wonder Bitch,
Yes.
as you call her, Gemini. Okay, bit of an issue. She's not actually a woman, or indeed my friend.
Oh no.
Shocking. I know.
Here's a surprise.
Yeah, tragic. Okay, she's a succubus.
Ooh.
And
Ellie ever heard
she's...
of these as well?
Both roll your history, or anybody that wants to know, roll your history.
Yeah, I'll roll that as well. Just
Nope. 7.
Like, Vince will go through and sort of explain roughly what a succubus is anyway.
I rolled 8 again. What the fuck? I need new dice. Where's my other die? Yep.
In the dice jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vince will sort of give a quick
Give the rundown.
of what a succubus is.
Uh-huh.
And like, right, okay, so she's giving me this spell book, which has a lot of nice spells in it. She took the one that we bought off me. I haven't got that back yet. So issue is, if she dies, or if we kill her, I will lose all this magical power. And it's quite useful, and I'd like to try and save some of it. However, she was not working alone. She is working for, as Claudia said here, possibly a demon, potentially quite a strong one. So if we kill her, he might come, and without these spells, I will be less than useless. So,
Oh no, you're very strong.
thank you, but
Right.
I don't think that's going to help matters.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not familiar with wizard types, but you learn from books, don't you?
Yes, if I have time, I can sort of waves the book. I can learn some of these, but I need time.
Right.
How do we get you time?
Basically, go along with it is my current thinking. Although open to suggestions. Sorry, Claudia.
You asked me to kind of tell everybody else, but now everybody else here, I don't know really what I should do.
No, don't worry. I have things for you. Don't worry.
Okay.
How do we know that the she-bitch cannot get into here or here out of it?
That's a good question.
Because of this spell, it's simple but quite strong. It only allows in people that I let in, and it
the sound.
Same sound is blocked as well.
I can confirm her not being here as well.
Well then, that sounds great.
Yes.
Except for one thing. We're all in here.
Mm-hmm.
She's not.
Yes.
Yeah, she's outside, about 5-10 feet that direction.
Oh, don't get me wrong. This is going to be an interesting conversation. I don't quite know how to get around it, but
guys, I think I can maybe find out what she's thinking.
Oh, you know a magical spell for that?
Maybe.
Ooh.
I don't know if it'll work in here. Spells that try to go outside of this won't go out.
Okay, so if we get out and she doesn't instantly kill us, I can maybe find out what she's thinking?
Yes.
Claudia?
Yes?
What do you know about succubus?
Well, only what I read in books.
Right, can you give me a rundown at some point?
Sure. What do you want to know?
Pretty much everything you can tell me about them.
Oh,
but we'll do that later because
okay, yeah.
If it comes down to it, I'm not going to be very good against the succubus unless I know what I'm doing.
It's quite a lot. They're quite interesting. Demons are bad news.
Yes, indeed they are.
Yes. Well, so are you going to try to read its mind, or are we just going to sit here with this information? What are we going to do?
Well, I mean, this lasts 8 hours, so I don't know about you, but
Cal, you will notice that there is movement.
Do I know what direction?
Yes.
Has she left the tent?
Yes.
It seems so. Little Miss Gretchen has left the tent.
Oh, fantastic. Jimmy will take out his playing cards and start tuning to
him. Vince will turn to Claudia and be like, okay, Claudia, what I need you to do is research. I need to find out what might be her boss. Okay, so I know you need a bit more details. And he'll sort of glance back to the others and go, I did a stupid thing a while ago, quite a while ago. I am shit at magic.
No.
I know. God bless it. No, I am. I got into the magical school, because of my physical prowess, but magically I was rubbish. And I foolishly thought of making a deal with something to try and get knowledge. I had read about warlocks who, have a person or a deity that gives them power, and I thought maybe I could do that. And it didn't give me magic, but it did give me knowledge, which I was then able to learn things. I need to know what kind of demon might make that deal and have succubi under its command so that we can, not die. I'm really keen on that.
Yeah. Oh my, but something that can kind of raise your knowledge of that in that manner is, it's gonna be very, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous.
Yes,
We should
indeed.
not it that could kill us.
It could, and I am very much trying to avoid that, particularly for you, because I really like you, Claudia. You're good. So if you can do that research for me, and moreover, if the Wonder Bitch, because I believe Succubi are quite jealous, if she comes after you, kick the fuck out of her. And call us. Do you know any spells of messaging to send a message to someone?
I know one, but it's very limited in range.
I think Gretchen will be coming with us, and to avoid collateral, I think maybe we should go after Varen, and they'll sort of look at Ellie and be like, and we should maybe leave, and I think she'll come with us. So I think you'll only potentially be in danger from her while we're here. So if something happens, you message one of us and we will come running, and at that point nothing will stop us from killing her, whether we have information or not.
Okay, if you say so, I trust you.
Gemini will stop attuning and say, or we could just tell Lady Rose and keep her under her and the rest of the caravan's protection.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, definitely.
Why don't I go do that? Gemini will leave.
I have another option too. When are you planning of leaving?
As soon as we're ready. I mean, these people had to do stuff.
Because I can look after Claudia. Because I have a few people to say goodbye to before I leave. But I can be as close to her as possible.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure, I guess. I would say if she's under Rose's protection, I think she would be
What is
fine.
Rose's protection, though? What does it mean? What I mean, except lightning at the door.
I think if lightning at the door is the only trick up her sleeve, which I would doubt, I think we'll be fine. I mean, that was one hell of a jolt that knocked me on my ass.
Yeah, but that could have been prepared in advance.
Yeah, and I'm sure there could be protection in place. I don't know, Cal, you know Rose more.
Yeah. Well, two things actually. One, those are the kind of questions you don't ask.
Oh.
And two, I am one of those things that used to be part of her protection.
Yes, but will you not be coming with us?
Yes. Used to be.
You're leaving?
I'll get to that, Claudia, when yeah, I probably will.
Oh no. Why?
Don't worry, I'll return sometime, you know. Elves, they always seem to return where they want to be.
Okay. All right, if you say so.
Don't worry about it though. I'll be with you for a while. We need to get a few things sorted before I go.
Okay, that works.
Gemini's not going to go to Rose. He's going to go to the eyebrows guy and explain the situation and be like, since you're the closest, maybe you want to. Anyways, yeah.
What do you explain to him?
Fuck is his name? Eyebrows.
No weenie.
Yes, no weenie. No weenie.
Yeah.
There appears to be a situation. Oh, you know my large wizard friend.
Wow. Would we call him a wizard?
That's a fair assumption. Well, he's having some issues and we're going to have to leave early. But we are a bit concerned. And then I'm going to speak in Thieves' Cant, real low, and say, do you understand me?
What?
Oh, fantastic. We're a bit concerned. Just, can you get a message to Lady Rose? Because I don't know where she is right now.
What's going on?
Well, I need you to get a message to Lady Rose, because I don't know where she is right now.
He kind of looks around and he just, do I look like your lackey?
No, it's okay. You're absolutely right. You are not my lackey. Enjoy your precious time.
Yeah.
Then I'll
Okay.
act like I'm crying and walk away.
Oh, hey, whatever.
Then I'll just go back in the dome. These people don't care.
What do you mean?
Cal, do you want to go and try and talk to someone, let them know what's going on?
Where is Gretchen at this moment?
How far is the range on...
Oh, I would love to tell you, but I couldn't tell you at this moment.
Oh.
What's it
You
called?
couldn't tell me? Why
Yeah,
not?
can anybody look up Hunter's Mark for me?
Yeah, I got it.
No, I can't because I have a cat typing my keyboard instead of me.
90 feet.
90 feet.
Yeah,
but is it the casting range or is it the range where you can keep track of something?
I say that might just be the casting range.
Yeah.
I think if it's in like my favorite terrain, it could be up to like a mile or something. I'm not sure about that.
This way.
Yeah, it doesn't actually say.
It's just a time limit.
Yeah, a concentration up to an hour.
What does it say about keeping track of someone's location?
You have advantage on any wisdom, perception, or wisdom survival check you make to find it. If the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can switch it to another. That's all it says.
Okay. That doesn't really...
It just has. It just gives me advantage when I'm trying to perceive where she is.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I thought it actually gave you like a real good idea of where something was. And
Yeah, I thought it was an invisibility thing as well, but no, I think it's just...
No, it is. It's just, it just gives you advantage to
then
find them.
You do not no longer know where she is.
No. Right. Well, I can guess she's probably out of range. I could maybe get a message to Miss Rose. Yeah. But is Gemini not doing that already?
No,
Gemini just returned and said, "These people don't care."
Yeah.
Did you not go to Miss Rose? Is that where you were going?
Oh, couldn't find her, so I tried to get a message to her. Nobody seemed to want to deliver it. So
Who did you ask to send it?
eyebrows.
Maybe I should talk to him instead.
If anyone can do it, Ellie can. It'll cost you dinner, though.
Or we could just have Cal go do it.
I could, yeah.
Whatever
Where are we meeting afterwards?
Well, legitimately, I do need to go pick up some robes. And he'll sort of look at his clothes, which are like caked in mud from whenever he fell in his back earlier on.
Seeing that we did this thing, maybe we shouldn't let you alone for a moment, because I don't know if she said she was a jealous type, she might just try to whisk you away so we can't interfere with you.
We have to dome. This will last about 8 hours before it fades. I can leave it here.
No, you can't.
You can't
As soon
leave.
as you leave, it's gone.
No, it's not.
Yeah, if you leave it, it's gone.
That's not
Trust me.
for
If
him.
you leave it, it's gone.
Oh, so it is. Sorry, I missed that. It's at the top. Okay, fair enough. Never mind.
But
No, I'm just saying that if you you leave and you go on your own, and she decides to do something to you, we won't know about it until it's too late.
well, why don't we do it this way? Ellie, you go with Vince. Cal, you go find Lady Rose. I will stay here with Claudia.
Okay.
Right. Where are Vince and Ellie going?
Pick up my clothes.
Is that here or next door?
It's in the town.
It's in town.
Oh, right.
I could help with your cloak if you want, or your outfit.
Who sent that to?
To you, she kind of gestures a moment and kind of boink, taps your head, and you see the dirt just fall off your clothing.
Oh,
It's all clean.
oh,
Oh.
I could have done that too, actually.
That's
like, realizing.
You're like, yeah, that's thank you, but it's actually I have robes made that I'm going to pick up.
I'm sure they'll look like nice on you.
Well, we'll see.
Right. Well,
Will we do
I'll
that,
see
and
you in a
will
bit.
we meet back here then when we're done and do game plans, or will we meet up with Gretchen after this and take it from there?
I'm sure she'll appear her face at some point.
Yeah.
I think as soon as I leave here, she's gonna slither up, I'm sure.
Although she doesn't really know that we knew she was invisible. I'm
Okay.
assuming. She does know we were up to something,
That's true.
but she doesn't know what.
Did she try to enter the thing?
Well, for what he says, she can't.
But would you know if she tried?
Well, yeah, I would have probably.
What the fuck?
This whole time, Gemini's going to be attuning.
Okay.
I think my dog did something. Never mind. It's probably fine.
Right. I'm gonna find Miss Rose.
And we'll make back here or at the tavern?
Do we have any way of getting... Okay, what we'll do, if Gretchen doesn't come back to us by the time we're done, then we'll meet back here. If Gretchen comes to us, then we'll send for Gemini, because as long as we've got as long as we've got Gretchen within our sights, she's not a danger to Claudia. So if we have her with us, we'll send for Gemini and we'll meet somewhere else. We'll tell them where we are, whether it's the tavern or whatever. But if she's not with us, we'll come back here and plan.
All right.
Good.
Right.
Okay.
Cal's gonna cast Pass Without the Trace and dropping Hunter's Mark. And he's going to stealth off and find Miss Rose.
All right.
All right. Vince is going to he's going to go to Claudia and be like, right, brilliant, and grab her either side of her head and go, mwah, lovely, right, let's go.
Be careful.
I would highly suggest you don't piss off Lady Rose anymore.
I'm not intending to speak to her.
No, I mean in general. Just don't do anything to upset her or the caravan.
Okay, fine. And yeah, leave.
Ellie's coming with you?
Yes.
I believe so.
And Gemini, you're staying here?
Yep, tuning.
Okay. So, you all leave. You head into the village, and Cal, you go and find Miss Rose. 5 minutes or so after everyone has left. Knock, knock. The tent opens, and you see Gretchen walk in. And you're kind of still sitting there comfortably, attuning to your cards. Hello?
They completely ignore.
Is Vince here?
Keep ignoring.
No, he's not. He left. You're a Gemini, right?
Ignore.
Not the most talkative person.
It's a blessing.
He's just sitting there petting his cards.
She looks at you, Gemini. She looks at you, Claudia. Claudia looks very nervous. And can I talk to you outside?
To who?
To Claudia.
I kind of glance at Claudia and shake my head, and then keep going back to my cards.
As you see Claudia kind of shaking her head, and then, yeah.
Bum rush that bitch.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna get up and tackle that bitch.
Who do you tackle?
The bitch.
Which one?
I'm gonna tackle her right out of the tent.
All right, you get up and you kind of grab her and
tackle. There's a vast difference between grabbing and tackling. I'm
well,
going to thrust my shoulder into her fleshy meat and throw that bitch out of this flappy tent.
There you go. Okay. Roll for initiative.
Yep.
Oh, god damn it.
Let's see.
That's 23.
23. Nice.
Natural 19. And
right.
the direction I'm aiming for, by the way, is towards Eyebrows' place.
Is towards what?
Where Eyebrows is. I'm trying to tackle her in that direction.
Okay, yeah, but she's in the tent at this time. So
yes, and I was tackling her out of the tent.
Okay. Yeah. So you kind of rush her and try to tackle her. Roll an unarmed strike.
Unarmed?
Yeah.
No bonuses or what?
No, you get your proficiency bonus, and I would think either dex or strength.
Okay, proficiency and dex. Let's see here. My proficiency is +3, my dex is +3. I rolled a 16, so that is 22.
All right, so you crash into her. Roll your athletics.
12.
You she you feel that you kind of knocking the wind out of her, and you rush her, and both of you kind of fall out of the tent.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. There was something disgusting on you. Let me then start smacking her.
You start to smack her, and
God, it's moving everywhere.
She will look at you and say, "That's perfectly all right. Don't you worry about it." And I'll have you roll a wisdom saving throw.
Sure. Natural 20, eat my dick!
Natural 20. You can feel her eyes just kind of piercing in you, and you feel it's like, why am I hitting this? Because she's a fucking bitch!
That's correct.
You keep slapping her.
I love that, Dice. You're my new favorite.
It's your turn. What do you do?
Keep slapping.
Very, very loudly, I'm going to say, What did you just try to do to me? What magic were you using? I was just trying to help you. And just act real innocent, but screaming it.
All right.
What strange arcane mind fuckery were you trying to do to me?
Very well. You spend your turn doing that?
Yeah.
You remain on top of her?
No, I get up.
Okay.
And I stand very clearly between her and the tent that's now behind us since I tackled her through it.
You get up, and so does she, and her turn. And you see her disappear.
Oh, and now you're disappearing, not even explaining yourself. My God, how rude. First you tried to fuck with my mind, then you go invisible, and I'm assuming walk out of this tent. Everybody, the invisible crazy bitch that fucks with minds is now walking out of this tent.
You see people are starting to gather. And
no, please make way for her! Her Royal Highness that thinks she can fuck with everyone's minds!
you see Nowini is coming out, and he has like this big two-handed hammer in his hands, and he says like, "What the fuck is going on?"
I'm gonna look around and kind of look for gaps in the crowd where she might be. Like, because there would be a gap since she's invisible, right? So I would like to see if I can kind of make out where she is.
Roll your perception with disadvantage.
Sure. That's my perception. Okay. Fuck, a natural 20 and a 7, so that's 14.
All right. You kind of look around. No, she's gone, man.
Oh, let me tell you. I'm going to go up to him. So there's this woman. We believe she may be trying to kill Claudia and or Vince. I'm not entirely certain, but she just did some mind trickery on me, turned invisible, and left. So all I'm saying is please keep an eye out for Miss Claudia here. I don't know her entire deal, but yes, I don't trust her.
All right, no problem.
I'll reach out and shake his hand.
He shakes your hand.
All right. Okay, you have a good day. I'm going to go back and lay down. And I'll lay down in Claudia's place and fuck with my cards.
Okay. You see Nowini is takes a position outside of the tent and just stands there.
Mm-hmm.
And you see more people have gathered, by the way. And they're kind of, come on, let's look around. They're kind of spread out. And, all right. Cal, you will find Lady Rose quite easily. And you see her sitting there in front of one of the wagons. And Arthur is with her, including Willow.
Cal walk up and drop stealth and be like, "Miss Rose, we have a problem."
She and her husband and son both look at you. But like, what's going on?
Well, I'm sure you know, but you remember the suspicious girl next to Vince?
Yes.
She's more than suspicious, that one. She's a demon of sorts.
A demon?
Yeah, succubus. She's been sucking the life off of them. And, well, she's out and about, and she might be after some of your caravan members. I thought you might wanted to know.
Thank you.
I'll go. It was Claudia. We thought she was going to get struck. But I'll go back to Claudia and hopefully we'll catch on.
Claudia? What does Claudia have to do with this?
Vince dragged Claudia into the situation, and I knew she was there hiding invisibly. And we thought because she's a succubus, she'd be very jealous and attack Claudia, but we left someone there just in case. So I'm going back over to make sure everything's okay.
All right. Make sure everyone's safe. As she gets up, warn everybody. Get the holy water. Spread it around. Yes, Mom. Yeah. Willow stands up, and he starts to go, and Arthur looks and says, "Should we?" No. It's too early for that. Okay. And, you kind of leave, Cal.
Full speed.
All right. Vince, Ellie.
Yep.
Yeah.
You are heading towards through the village, and you will arrive at the clothing shop.
Vince will be fucking quick. Like, whenever he goes, "Hey, yes, it's me. Are the clothes ready?"
Yeah, I think so. Let me check. He goes and check. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, like we talked about. What do you think? He kind of holds it up. Pretty good, right? I got the sleeves the way you wanted it, and they're connecting with the bracelets to your arm.
Good. I
really
really need to go.
No, but you should try it on because I can make some alterations now. They're free of charge.
It'll be fine if I need anything changed. I'll come back, but I really need to go. There's things going on. Hard to explain, but thank you very much.
Okay.
And he'll literally just grab them and sort of throw them over his shoulder and bug out.
Oh, you leave. It looks a bit like. Where do you go to?
Back to the tent.
Back to the tent. All right. Very well. Well, you guys head back towards the tent.
Yes, Ellie, did she need to do anything? I can't remember. Or was she just coming with?
No, she was just coming with.
Okay, cool.
Keeping an eye on you, making sure you don't
die.
Twist away into another dimension or die again or something like that.
Well, my cards have been attuned to.
No, you had to break your attunement to rush her.
Yep. All right. Fair enough.
The reasons you dislike her just keep mounting.
Yeah. Just over and over.
So, you all pretty much return towards Claudia's. You can tell there are two people standing in front of the big tent, both armed. This, which surprises you because you haven't seen anyone really armed walking around here. And so Cal, for you, it's not a problem. They let you through immediately.
Good lads.
But as you, Vince and Ellie, kind of approach, they look and say, "What do you want?"
We're coming in to see Claudia.
No, you're not.
Yeah, no, we're the reason that you're standing here. Not we're the reason, but we're the reason that we requested you to stand here.
TV?
Yes, we sent Cal to get security. I'm assuming this is the security.
No, we sent Cal to talk to Rose.
Yeah, to get security.
Oh.
Is Cal near at all?
No, you're already in the tent.
Right then.
Point. So they kind of look at you. I got these two. You check with Cal. As you see one of them goes inside.
Hi, I'm Ellie.
Shakes your hand. Doesn't give you his name. He just shakes your hand and like nods. And then his hand kind of rests on the sword to his side. And you are back in the tent already, Cal. And Gemini, I'm assuming you're still retrying to connect to your cards. As you hear from outside of the tent, "Hey, Cal, are you in there?"
Yeah, one moment. 1, 2, yeah, we're good. Turns around, comes out the tent. What's up?
Right. You see one of your friends outside standing, that was outside. He says, two people, friends of that guy, he kind of points at Gemini, are outside the tent. You asked for them?
Vince and Ellie.
Yeah, I think that's their names.
Yeah, let them in. They're all a part of this at the moment.
Fair enough. He walks off. You guys are allowed entrance, so you managed to get to Claudia's tent.
Yep. Yeah, Vince will go in. Right. No. She didn't show up with us anyway. Any word here?
As far as we know, anyway. Gemini, did anything happen?
Tuning 2 cards.
Oh, you can still talk
Okay.
while you're at your cards. It's not like
Just like listening to them.
It's just a ritual.
Well, yes, quite a few things happened. Your lover showed up, Vince, and she performed her magical voodoo on Claudia, trying to get her to talk to her. So I tackled that bitch out of the tent, slapped her around for a while, pretended there was something on her. Then she tried to fuck with my mind. It didn't work because I am amazing. And then she went invisible and fucked off. And now, all this.
Vince will offer his fist. He's like, come on.
Right, so you've
I
seen her
started saying-
outside the last times you've seen her, was it?
Yes, I think she was leaving the tent.
Right.
I was making a rather large ruckus at the time.
Okay.
That's gonna be difficult. Cal will go outside and see if he can figure out where she is from her previous footsteps.
You kind of look around and you see indeed footsteps. Roll your survival because there's a lot of footsteps been going around here.
Right. We'll say 14.
14. Now you lose them in the mush.
Ellie is gonna cast Detect Thoughts.
All right.
Just to make sure that the invisible succubus isn't within 30 feet of them.
Okay.
Because
how does this the spell work?
So it says you can also use this spell to detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see. When you cast a spell as your action during the duration, you can search for thoughts within 30 feet of you. The spell can penetrate barriers, but 2 feet of rock, 2 inches of any metal other than lead, or a thin sheet of lead blocks you.
All right, so it kind of shows you if there are thinking things nearby?
Yes, and I can also detect them even if I can't see them.
Okay, so within a 30-foot radius?
Yes, and it says that once I detect the presence, I can decide to read the thoughts, like it normally would work. But if I try to pry their thoughts, they will learn of my presence. But if I just glance over the surface thoughts, then they won't.
All right. Do you do this when Cal is outside or inside?
I would probably do that if he comes back. Because if he looks like he knows something, I could probably tell that on him.
All right. So you cast your spell. You would happens more instinctively. You kind of is it verbal, psychomatic, or materialistic?
I'll grab my amulet, and I will whisper and wave my hand for a bit, and then.
All right. So you're
cast it.
There's this. Yes. Magical circle almost coming out from you and extending in a sphere of 30 feet. And I need to check. You detect
surface thoughts.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sentient beings.
6.
Not including yourself. So if you also
no, I was counting. I was counting Cal, Vince, Gemini, Claudia.
But that's not. Wait, that's not how the spell works, though.
It's not. It says I can also take presence thinking creature I can't see.
When you cast the spell, and as your action on each turn until the effect ends, you can focus your mind on any one creature that you can see within 30 feet of you.
Where are you reading?
D&D Beyond. I looked up Detect Thoughts.
What about the first ability?
You initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature, what is most on its mind at the moment.
But way below that is like the second to last paragraph of the spell.
You can use the spell to detect the presence of thinking creatures. Okay, sorry. Yeah. You can cast so it's the presence of thinking creatures. When you cast spell your action during it, you can search for thoughts within 30 feet of you. The spell can penetrate barriers, but 2 feet of rock, 2 inches below. You can't detect a creature with intelligence when you detect the presence of a creature this way. Okay, so so it goes out, you detect the presence, and then you can choose that creature and find it.
Because I know the presence of it, then I can focus on it because I realized it's there.
My bad.
Looked it up. I was wondering if it worked. And,
no, you're good. My bad.
So yes, I detect. 6 people. You said.
Yeah. Well, no, I said 6 thoughts.
6 thoughts.
6 sentient thoughts.
6 sentient thoughts. Okay. That's true.
Do you just assume their beingness?
No, yeah, that's true. Yes, I did.
Wouldn't there be more than that? Because the 2 guards, no.
No, 30 feet.
They're further away than 30 feet.
Further, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Sorry.
Did I see Nawini when we walked in?
Yeah, he's still in front of the tent guarding it.
So let's see. I need to count. I will probably count out loud, like okay. Cal, Vince, Gemini, Claudia.
Is Fluffles with you?
No, Vinny. Fluffles probably would be with me.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I forgot about
Fluffles too.
Then
yeah, and Claudia's rat as well.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Claudia's
then
right.
it's 8.
Yeah, they need to have an intelligence of 3 or no wait, 4 or higher. They must have.
Then it's 8.
Then it's 8. Wait, I need to count again. 4, 6, 7. I get 7. I just wanna glance over each of the creatures so I can learn the surface thoughts.
Do you know where they are?
Yeah, if I know the presence, I can use it as normal.
All right.
So we just glance over all the thoughts.
How long does the spell last?
For the duration, it lasts up to a minute.
Okay. So everybody check off what your surface thought is.
Cal's surface thought is exactly what he just said when he walked in the room, which was, "Yeah, couldn't find her."
I guess. Do we know this happens afterwards? Do we know you did this?
Yes, it was visible. I did that whole thing. You know I do something. You don't know what I'm doing, but you know I do something.
But after our thoughts are read, we know that you've been in our head?
Not for the surface thought, right?
No, not the surface thought. Only if I probe.
Okay. Gemini surface thoughts would be, I can't stay with these people.
Which is probably like, wait, what? It shocked Ellie looking at you. But yeah.
Vince would be, probably looking at his robe now that he's got a minute. He's like, "Oh yeah, looks all right."
Okay, yeah.
Amazing. Okay. You let's see. You hear another thought clearly coming from Claudia, and she is definitely scared, and but her most surface thought is, "Oh my, that robe will look really good on Vince."
Well, she's not wrong.
You also get a surface thought from just outside the tent, where it says, where you kind of hear like, "I can't let anything happen to her. I would not forgive myself. I won't let something like this happen again." And you hear and you also hear
Please.
who would have the best treats?
I was really hoping that the rat was going to be like really eloquent, like probably just like, "This seems to be quite a kerfuffle going on here."
Quite a fiasco, this gal.
And the last thing you hear is, maybe I should have ate her. Should I? Shouldn't I? I don't know. Maybe.
Wait, what? I didn't hear you now. What? Maybe I should have.
Maybe I should have eaten her. Should I? Shouldn't have I? Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. Ellie will end the spell because she doesn't want to give it away that she learned of someone's presence, and she's just gonna go like, yeah. be really unsure how to continue this without giving it away.
All right.
So yeah, she goes, yeah.
How anybody that's paying attention to you, because I believe Ellie is quite expressive with her face.
Yeah. So yeah, you probably could
How
have
do
seen me
they
look
read you?
around.
Like,
So yeah, wait, what's it called? So Cal, not much of a reaction because I probably looked around at the same time, like trying to starting with the things I could see, and it would be like, Cal, okay, whatever. Gemini's like, wait, what? Like really shocked. Venus is like, oh my god, I can't believe this. Claudia, oh my god, I can't believe this.
Can't believe you've done this.
Yeah, and then Fluffles would be a little more like, aww. And then the rat be like, huh. And then another bit like, wait, what? But not as shocked, more like curious. And then like, oh. Yeah.
okay. Maybe this is a good point to kind of, seeing as your spell ended, to kind of stop here and pick it up next week. Or
Actually, 3 weeks from now.
No. Yeah.
3 weeks?
3?
3 weeks, yeah, because I can't do it the week after next week. Because I'm in Germany then, and yeah.
And the week after that?
The week after that, I'm back, but the next week is, I think you brains are out, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, so we're picking it up in 3 weeks. We're not having a break for 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Sorry, my bad. All right.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you all for watching.
Bye.
Enjoy your cliffhanger.